What is up, YouTube? It is another episode of the Nickatina Show. Sorry, I got two streams going on here. There we go. So today we have a few topics that we're going to go over today. Now I'm all thrown off. So I do have some guests coming on, so let's go ahead and add them now since our special guest of the day isn't even here yet. So here we go. So here comes Dawson from Nerdy Many Ways. What's going on, man?
How's it going? Good to be here. Thanks for having me.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Oh, cool. There you go. Yeah, we got this guy too. What's going on, Ryan?
What up? What up?
Dude,
How
don't
you guys
let Ryan
doing?
on. Don't you know the rules, man? Don't let Ryan on.
I know.
I'm the special guest. I think. No?
No. Well, you guys are both special guests. So Eric is supposed to be here, but he I don't know. He hasn't logged in yet. He's been talking nonstop about how he wants to talk about certain topics, but he's not here yet. So
It's his internet.
And it's his internet. That's it.
I feel I'm turning into a dog.
What was that? What the heck was that?
That was so fun. And it was so like perfect because he started having issues. He's like, oh, changing.
Yeah. He was like he couldn't get a word in, but the dog was crystal clear.
Oh,
The dog was like, row, 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 like consecutive barks in a row, and he was just going right through. And when he would talk or move, it was so broken. And I was like,
the dog was crystal clear.
yeah, the dog was on it.
Robotic.
Maybe what it was like a sound effect that he was hitting the whole time.
Yeah. He's like, oh, my elbow.
I know. So earlier today, I was DMing with Ryan, and we were talking about the name of the show, and for some reason, it tends to happen where people pronounce the name wrong, and it just seems to happen all the time. I think when you first read it, you miss the second A, and everyone just the common one is Nickatina, and that happens a lot. I don't know why.
wait, what?
Yeah, so so other shows, like, if I comment or go on there and they say my name, they'll like butcher it at first, and it just kind of happens.
I've had the same thing happen with my name on plenty of occasions.
I bet.
I mean,
But
Film
how?
Gob called me Zeverfelt, and
But
and
in
they were always. Oh, there
in
you go.
Nickatina, there's no ani. There's no ani at the end, and Zeverfet, there's no L. Like, what?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Well, okay, look. How about this? I'll give you an example, okay? Let's see. I think I have this right here. Yeah, this should work. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. And here we go.
Yeah, we can't hear anything.
No, I can't hear anything.
Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't do
My name as well. I think it was on the same stream. There's my comments.
Hold on. I have to do that again. Where's that option though?
You have to click out a share screen and do it
Lucas
again.
having problems
and go back
clicking. He
to
was
it.
upset last night because I couldn't get his name up on the screen. He's like, "How am I supposed to promote myself?"
No, he
'cause
was like
nobody can
this.
spell your name.
He was like this. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like he had me so like his banner was like covering my face. I was like, oh no, what
Like
it
and
was?
subscribe. Thanks a lot, Nickatina.
It was this one.
Yeah.
It was the ticker. And I was like, hey, can you get the ticker out of my face? I was like, right where my mouth was at. I was like,
I was like, there's a reason why I put you down there. So you're in charge of that.
that's terrible. Right. It's terrible. Oh, let's see. Share audio. It's that one little button I always forget to hit. Can you guys see that now?
I can see.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Here we go.
That's what I'm saying about this.
I love his epic music too. It's like I feel like I'm watching a movie. All right.
Let's see. Oh, sorry, Gob. I didn't see that. No Jeffery Dean Morgan, no Thomas Wayne, no deal. So you want them both. You want them both in there?
Heck yeah.
I'm sure you do, buddy.
Yes.
Yeah, I hope we get them both. But if he wants to tell his story, let him. You know what? Let him tell his story because they want to tell the story that they want to say or tell.
It's coming up right now.
What's going on, Nick? What's up, buddy? Listen, Nick Mata. Nick. sorry, dude. Butcher the fuck out of your name.
Hold on. Fast forward, and my second comment, not all DC actors,
show.
but the second one.
Well, let's see.
Subscribe to his channel. This dude, I watched a couple of his episodes. They are fun to watch. So, yeah. So give him a watch also.
Wait, so you're in here too?
Yeah. If you see that one, the comment, I say all DC characters. He repeats it, but he didn't say my name. He goes to the second comment, I think.
All right, let's see. Here we go.
To his channel. All DC actors.
Yeah, see, he says that, but he doesn't read that one. He reads another one later, and he butchers my name.
So yeah, okay. Now we got a negative response. You're not excited for the okay. Listen, it's all relative. If you don't like the idea that he's gonna bring to this character, I mean, you're entitled to.
How far is it? Is it coming up right now?
He put my comment on the screen like he did for you, and that's when he reads it. So if you see my icon, then that's where it is.
My feeling that's a lot of icons on there, Ryan.
Oh,
who's that? there's South Cali guy.
He's always.
Where's Mr. Z at? That's what I want to know.
there it is.
Yes. Okay, let's go
I'm
back.
gonna go back a little bit.
There we go.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. It does, man. And you can be nothing but excited about this. So that's man. I don't know about you, but
he's avoiding saying it.
That was something that I was not. It was not even on my radar.
It's cool. Whatever.
He doesn't say your name.
No, I think he said it before, right before, but he butchered it as well. Everybody says Zeverfet and Zeverfelt and just whatever is whatever rolls off the tongue. I'll answer to anything.
It was a special felt trading company back in the early days.
I was thinking
Zeverfelt.
Nicodemus. What was the one you said earlier? It was the I don't know why. Was that a poodle? Oh, the dog. Yeah. That's his dog.
Oh my goodness.
He's gonna be on here eventually. He's still dialing up right now. But now you called me what was it? Nicaragua. Our viewers, the viewers went from 3 to 0, man. This is a brutal night.
They're just talking about their name. They're so into themselves.
What losers?
Hey, I bet you
What's
one of them
Nerdy gonna say? How's he gonna weigh in?
I know. When's he gonna talk?
Yeah,
my name's impossible to mess up my channel. Nerdy in many ways. Just like
you can't mess that up.
Yeah. There was funny actually. There was one of my videos. I can't remember which one it was, but someone commented about my hat because my hat's the abbreviation, or I guess the acronym of Nerdy in many ways, and they said your logo is like 2 letters away from saying Nimwit. I was like, oh, thanks. Never
Awesome.
thought about that. Never thought about that.
But it's dimwit. So
yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I'm
So
sorry to be the one to wreck you, but
Yes.
I was like, even that guy was wrong.
The one who wrecks you.
Nimwit. You're such a nimwit. I'm like, what? Get the hell out of here, you idiot.
Oh man.
Okay,
That's
so without further ado, let's introduce our special guest of the night. You guys are also very, very special. Here comes Eric from Hardcore Entertainment.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Hello.
Hello,
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Hello, no.
Oh,
What's
jeez.
going on, Eric?
Yeah. Well, good. You too, Nicodemus.
I know, right? hey, I just take it these days.
I could not resist.
I just roll with it. I'm like, okay, yeah, hi, how you doing? I don't correct anybody anymore. I just accept it, you know.
That's how I feel about my last name. My last name is Weidrich,
Forget about it.
and people always either say like Weidrich or Weidrich or Weidrich, and I'm just like, you know what? Sure, whatever the heck. I don't even care anymore.
Close enough, right?
Yeah. Hated every single one of my baseball announcers growing up.
Yeah, I
They're all,
figured.
they're all jerks.
Yeah.
They did it on purpose.
Yes, and I told them 5 minutes before the game.
So wait,
Dawson Wiener.
well, but wait. So the name Zeverfelt or Zero. I was thinking about that. So Zeverfett, like, where does that come from? Is that your last name or what?
Back in 2001, I was actually one of the I don't want to say pioneers, but I'll say pioneers of fan films, and for Star Wars before George Lucas started grading and handing out awards and crap like that. So there was like a few of us that kind of got into that, and this was before YouTube even was anything. YouTube was just a place where you like uploaded files. Nobody gave a crap. Nobody watched YouTube. It was just kind of there, and maybe like 5 to 8 years later, it became something viable. You put up do-it-yourself videos and things like that, and it kind of grew from there. But before that, it wasn't really anything. So you had places like theforce.net and Sci-Fi 3D and different places like that you would go to for your Star Wars fix. And when he was doing the prequels, it sort of got me thinking, well, hey, these other people are making films. I've made films in the past. I can, I'll try my hand again. So long story short, creating a story, Zeverfett was one of the characters that I created because I was like, okay, well, Django created Boba, and I was like, well, wouldn't Boba do the same thing, preserve his DNA? So his clone would be Zever. And so I was like, there you go. And Zeverfett just kind of grew from there, and I've used it ever since. And when I created my my account years ago, I mean, my account's like 9 years old, or plus 9 years old. It was just something I came up with, and when I came back to do YouTube again, I was like, screw it, I'll just use this. It's easy to remember. It's already in the it's already here. I don't have to change my password. I don't need to rebrand. So I was like, screw it, I'll just use it. And it's I thought at the time, I was like, it's easy to remember. It's easy to pronounce. Double E. I mean, come on, or triple E actually. I was like, it's gonna be easy, no brainer. And then Nickatina, so tell me about Zeverfett.
I know. I totally did it. I couldn't believe I did it too. And we were just laughing about like, oh, how could they mispronounce that?
Yeah.
And I did it. I did it. Live on the internet. I did it. I couldn't believe it. I'm sorry.
Shame.
It's
so
okay. Moment.
Now that we're a little bit more acquainted, where did Nickatina come from?
So I created this account back in about, was like 2009. I created it, and when I was in high school, way back when, that was a nickname that everyone used to call me because there's a rapper by the name of Andre Nickatina, and so my first name is actually Andre. But so people would call me that all the time, and so not
Dre, because there were so many Dre rappers.
No, they would.
Hey Dre,
but
I'm gonna call you Nickatina. How you like that?
Well, because at the time, that rapper in particular was from the area. Yeah, so he was from the area that I lived in, and so that's why everybody knew him. And so they just started calling me that all the time. I go to parties, people be like, "Hey, what's up, Nickatina?" So I'm like, "Hey, It's so
represent.
That's just how it stuck. And then when I created a Twitter account, back then, I just named it that because it was another screen name that I used. Yeah, I use the term screen name. That I don't think we use that anymore.
It's like a pseudonym or a pen name.
Now it's a handle. It's a Twitter handle. But back then it was a screen name, and that's what I used. I used it for this or for Twitter. AOL. Yeah, and for AOL Instant Messenger as well. I mean that was big time. Oh, Eric's here. Eric.
So $1 million question, Nick. Yeah, I've been here. I'm just saying. So $1 million question, Nick. Can you rap?
No.
Oh.
But if I get drunk enough, then yes, I can.
But not on Coors Light. Not on Coors Light.
Not on Coors Light. But if I get drunk enough, yes, I can, and I do it extremely well. At least I think I do. But in real life, probably not very good. Exactly. In my head, I'm like, I'm killing this right now. In reality,
fire, man.
I'm on the ground, everything, So Eric,
spazzing out.
Well, Eric, you had a topic that you wanted to talk about.
Yeah. We'll say this.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that, by the way. Oh, before I bring it up though, Zephyr, it's funny that you brought up Star Wars fan films. I've actually written the scripts for a couple of Star Wars fan films. We haven't made them yet, but the guy that was making them was excited about doing them, and basically I wrote, so that was why I started writing the screenplay for the sequel to the first one, and he was like excited to do it, but he's not doing it now. He said that he was like accepted as being like an extra on the set of a what's his name, Ryan Johnson's would-be Star Wars trilogy, but we don't know how that's turning out, but we'll see. Like hopefully they'll actually
I don't understand
someday. Who knows?
What are you talking about? Star Wars trilogy
I mean
by who?
Films, not necessarily.
Ain't happening.
Kalel, no.
Yeah, the schmuck. Yeah,
that's in development hell.
If they don't do him,
That's in development hell.
Yeah, I know, which is why I'm hoping. Yeah, I know, which is why I'm hoping, because the fact that my friend was going to do it, he's going to be on the set for it, which is why he kind of put the fan films on the side, on the shelf. Mm-hmm. But the fact that they're probably not doing it means who knows? They may actually do the fan films. So I would be excited. Hey, see my own words in action.
Oh yeah, cool. yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It was a pretty big thing back in the day. Yeah. You know, I mean, it was a small group of people that were doing it. I was. I don't know if you guys have seen any of these things. There's one called Duality. There's one.
You have to send me some, and we're gonna play them right here on the show. and we're not just gonna play them. We're gonna play them, and we're gonna do we're gonna review it as being played.
Commentary.
Director commentary.
Well, let's see.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Well, so actually, if you look on my channel, if you go back into my old videos from 9 years ago, you'll see some of my cinematics or some of the animatics and some of the just extra shots that we were doing. And you'll see a way younger version of me because I was actually in the film. Wow. But it didn't see the light of day. There was many complications. It was a huge undertaking, and so I mean, But I left all that stuff on there, so that's
Warner Brothers got involved, didn't they?
Jeff Johns.
Warner Brothers no. Can we want to make it more fun, more vibrant, saturate it to the hell?
Something's definitely bleeding.
Disney got involved.
Can I have a scene where I'm giving someone a massage?
What about one where I'm shaving?
All right, let's see here. So
anyway.
You're telling me that you worked on these films, Ryan, that you worked in these films and they actually were in, development for the most part by you guys. I mean, you guys were trying to put this together, right?
Well, there were a lot of short films, and a lot of them saw the light of day, and some of them, just didn't get through. Like mine, I didn't get to finish. I didn't release. I didn't have the big release that I wanted. Yes, that is an animatic for a speeder bike chase, and it was just something that I had some guys doing the IK.
That guy. Holy cow!
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And so what we were going to do here is we built a prop that you could sit on, and we had the CG speeder bikes built, and we were going to have the like carpet blowers and things like that to simulate the wind, and but this was basically what we were going for, what we were going to do.
It's incredible, man. Oh wow!
Holy crap!
Oh, that guy's so screwed. Oh!
Dang!
Wow!
Damn, man, that was
pretty awesome.
good.
Yeah, that's what I was working on back when these prequels were going to the theater.
Ryan Skywalker's got nothing on you, man. That was really good.
Thank you.
Need you to animate stuff for me. Dang.
But back then, I had the biggest CG production crew in the whole lot of them, because I was using ICQ and I think it was AOL Online, Instant Messenger, and I just had and because it was a George Lucas production, or because it was based in Star Wars or whatever, you couldn't make any money off of it. So everybody who contributed to, whether they were actors, I had the high school performing and visual arts. They were involved in the movie. The principal was one of my cast. I had,
the principal was on your cast.
Yeah, the principal of the high school was he was my quote unquote emperor. Wow. So I had people of all ages and all walks of life. It was more diverse than anything you've seen on the screen. So
that's incredible.
I had aliens. I had we had the mask. There was a guy on the East Coast that I sculpted myself. I sculpted my own stormtroopers, and at that time we called them Sith troopers before JJ. And there's a couple of animatics with the Sith troopers as well, but and they were also red. My troopers were red, and then after that we saw episode 3, and we saw how they had colors and different variations and designations. So we added CG troopers as well, and we changed up some of the coloring or whatever, just to sort of give it that feel, that sort of it all connects and everything. I placed the my film years after Return of the Jedi, because at the time there was no episode 7, 8, and 9, and still there is no episode 7, 8, and 9, but I put it in the future because I was like, whatever. And the way, if you look at my there's R-Wings, and there are my TIE, what we call the TIE Banshee and the TIE, TIE Destroyer. And if you look at those designs, you can see that there's a clear, I want to say, advancement in technology. Whereas if you look at the TIE fighters of episode 7, 8, and 9, and the TIE fighters of 4, 5, and 6, and let's say you look at them in a silhouette, you can't really tell the difference. They are the same. If you're looking at a silhouette, you're like, which one is which? Because the shapes are the same. Versus if you were to look at a ship in episode 1, 2, or 3, you can definitely clearly tell as a silhouette. You can definitely clearly tell, what trilogy that belongs to. Same thing with the X-wings. The only thing they changed was the fuselage, and that was and they shortened them up a little bit, for the new ones, because they just went off of Ralph McQuarrie's work. And they were like, oh, the fans would love nostalgia. And I was like, not really, man. I mean, these are X-Wings, but it's like, I've seen that shit before. We want to see something different. So like I said, if you, delve deep, you'll see my R-Wings. The design is a little bit different. It looks like it belongs in a futuristic version of that Star Wars galaxy, that Star Wars universe. Our droids were advanced. That's the only thing I really liked about the sequel trilogy was BB-8. I thought that was such a great visual advancement. Like that's a natural progression of a droid, where you have the astromech and then you have the rounded ball astromech and everything. And they're a little smaller and they can do more, and they can go up and down staircases and things like that. Whereas, with R2, it's very hard for them to do that. That's why in the Sarlacc pit,
that guy. That guy? What that?
I tell you, now they bring it up. Now I really want to see a scene where R2-D2 encounters a flight of stairs.
Well, they did that.
It was an action shot.
No, that was just a CG test. We added the extra forest because the forest that we shot in was a little less impressive.
Look at those sideburns.
So we rotosplined.
This should be your avatar right here. This guy.
Yeah, that's that dude. I have a lot of really cool stills. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So you do see that in the prequels they added shots of R2 going up or down the stairs, versus in Jabba's palace in episode 6, they cut away from that because they didn't want to show him kind of teetering down the staircase down to to get in front of Jabba with Luke, or not with the hologram of Luke.
Mm. That's interesting.
That's really interesting. This is a whole side of this that I never even knew that you were into.
Well, I mean, I've always been into movies, and that's sort of where I wanted to be. That's where I thought I would be in my life. But kids and different decisions kind of forced me to reprioritize myself. So
yeah.
That took a backseat.
Kids do that to you a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I had the same kind of ambitions, and then I got married, had kids, and then that just like went out the window.
Yeah. I mean, it's
that was the end of it. I'm like, oh.
I understood that the sacrifice that I would have to make would be too great for me to ask my kids to just apologize for, like, hey, I'm sorry I wasn't in your life. I was too busy chasing a dream. And that's very selfish. So I couldn't do that. So
right.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You're able to make the decision, though. It's always the best decision to do that. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. And it completely works out in the long run.
Yeah.
He's missing the mullet.
That's awesome. Oh man. See, I'm kind of in the opposite situation with that. Where like
Superman had a mullet.
He did.
Nick Cage. Nick Cage is Superman.
No. But it's actually funny.
I'm from the planet Krypton.
Hey, you know what? You just reminded me too. Like last night, I was gonna get like 1 or 2 video clips of Nick Cage from movies. I forgot to do it, man. Damn, I had it all set up too.
Matt wasn't sure that you guys got his impression of Nick Cage as Ghost Rider because we were too busy laughing. He was like,
"I'm gonna use this power against you."
Like,
you're all we were too busy laughing.
Yeah. He was like, oh.
I all of a sudden have a 6-pack because I made a deal with the devil. It's CG. Can't you see?
Oh God. You know what?
Well, it looks real good, right?
Yeah.
So we should steal the Declaration of Independence of the United States of America.
That's high praise.
That's high praise. Yeah.
That's high praise. But you know what though? Out of all the movies that he's done, I still think that The Rock is probably the best one.
I knew you were going to say The Rock, and is that because of him or is that because of Sean Connery?
That's because of both. I mean, they both play off each other extremely well.
I thought Sean Connery played off with Harrison Ford a lot better. I think they had more chemistry,
possibly.
But I mean, The Rock
very
is a
good
movie.
observation. The Rock is a great movie.
It's still directed by Michael Bay, who brought us all the Bayformers and Ninja Turtles and.
Yeah, the Ninja Turtles. I don't know about that one. That was just like
my favorite Nick Cage movie has to be The Knowing. Have you guys ever seen Knowing?
Yeah, the ending is awesome.
Maybe.
Yeah, I really like that movie. It's not
I don't know
well known, but it's pretty good, at least in my opinion. But,
okay.
Well, there's that, and there's also like Con Air.
Face Off.
Oh, that's
Face Off. Face Off is another really good movie. It's a whole. I mean, the plot itself.
Raising Arizona has got to be the best Nick Cage movie.
Raising Arizona is good.
Raising Arizona has got to be the best Nick Cage movie.
Now I'm trying to think. I think you got me there.
He had the best hair as well in Raising Arizona.
Face Off. Hey guys, Face Off. How about that?
Yeah, Face Off was great. I loved it.
That's a good one. Although the intro to Nick Cage's character with the whole choir girl was a little weird. Wasn't a fan. It's like, all right, Nick Cage, just do whatever you want, but whatever.
But that was the one that had it was him and John Travolta was the other one.
Yeah.
Yep. And then they switched faces, and then and then all of a sudden, like Nick Cage is the bad guy. All of a sudden, I was like, oh, okay, so he's gonna be the bad guy in this film, essentially, until he gets his face back. It's the concept of it too is so crazy. But at the time, I worked at a movie theater, and so when that came out, like I would just go see a movie for free. It was like whatever. And I remember I saw it, and I was like, this is actually a pretty cool movie. There's just movies that come out every so often where it's kind of like a wild idea or action movie, but it actually works out really well, and it's very entertaining, and that's why I thought Face Off was.
Well, would it be awesome now is if they did an updated version of Face Off and did deep fakes
on
each other. That way you still have the same body, the same, movement and cadence and all that. You just swap the face.
Now I'm just thinking of the deep fakes of The Office where they put Arnold Schwarzenegger's face in every character.
Did you see the deep fake with Arnold Schwarzenegger on all of the Lord of the Rings characters? He was every
potatoes. Awesome. The mushroom, stick them in a stew. Another Gollum citizen here. You're a nasty.
What did Ice Age do to the dinosaurs?
The ice. Oh wait, no.
No,
How did the dinosaurs die? The ice age.
The Ice Age.
Get to the chopper.
I love it.
All right, I think it's
But I
it
will
right
say,
here.
some people have said that.
Smash
some
that
people
like
have said
button.
if you're going to
Smash
do
that
a
like
remake-
button.
Someone has said if you're going to do a remake of a Face Off, you might as well do a 2-girl version.
Oh,
Or
like
one with a 2-lady act.
or just do one as a guy and one as a girl, and they swap faces.
Oh, free.
Instead.
Uh-oh.
Eric,
Two
it's
guys.
Starting.
What do you think?
it's starting. The infection is spreading.
Cue the dog.
Cue the dog.
He's like,
He's like, not yet.
not yet.
I'm back. I'm back.
Okay.
Don't worry. I'm back.
Okay, good.
I'm back, guys. Don't worry. Yeah. Just every once in a while. But anyway, but I will say, like, someone was talking about like doing a 2-female remake of a Face Off, and now naturally I suggested, okay, the lady who shall not be named in honor of your request, Nickatina.
Oh, you can say it all you want. It's fine.
Because
Voldemort.
they look kind.
Well,
Okay. Okay. As you wish. Well, as you wish. Amy Adams and Isla Fisher, because they look because people say they kind of look like each other. I don't see a similarity. I mean, I get it.
Go ahead. Yeah, no. I see the similarity that you're talking about. Eric, are you still there?
Oh no.
Oh no. While Eric gets sorted out, let's take a look at this.
Both redhead. But other than that, they're not.
Just slap that ass. Just like something random, you know.
Yeah. But it would be fun to see
Release the Maneri's
them
cut.
in a movie like that.
Yeah, definitely. Are you still there? Okay,
Bueller.
Bueller. There it is. Oh my god.
Here we go. Oh, hold on.
Did you forget?
The ring must be destroyed.
Gosh.
Oh God, Gandalf.
Gandalf Arnold Schwarzenegger. Gosh.
You shall not
Cannot
pass.
be destroyed, Gimli, son of Gloin, by any craft that we here possess. The ring was made.
He's so dramatic.
Fires
I know. He's so serious.
only there can it be unmade. It must be taken deep into
I mean, just to see him as Frodo, it's just like
That's the best acting Arnold Schwarzenegger's ever done, I must say.
That is, you know what? He should just watch this and be
Fiery
like, oh my god, I'm
chasm
so
from
good.
I did a great job in Lord of the
Conan
Rings.
is going to be so bad, so much better.
I look so healthy.
I look so healthy.
It came.
This is a long video.
One of
They
you
did the whole scene. They did the whole scene.
All these Arnolds. He looks terrible. He looks so terrible.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
I'm
Let's see where
back.
he's back.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
jump it.
Okay.
I will take the ring to mold.
Yeah.
All right, that's enough of that. Oh, I mean, look at what they did. Look what he did to Aragorn. Oh my god.
Look at that forehead.
The receding hairline is very bad.
Oh, man.
Okay, Eric, you were saying.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
So,
there he
well, how much did you hear before? How much did you hear before the darn thing cut me off?
I think we heard almost all of it. I want to say about Amy Adams.
Okay. Well, okay. and Isla Fisher doing
Yeah.
Face Off, doing a version of Face Off. Yeah, because like, and I was just really just let's play with that meme gag that they supposedly look like each other. I mean, aside from the red hair and the soft face, like they don't really look like each other, but it would be fun to just play off of that and have them do Face Off and have them play each other. Essentially, that would just be fun as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, but that's that. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Ryan had to fart or something. So
excuse me while I pass some gas.
So Eric, you were talking to me earlier, or you sent me a tweet about the that picture that Zack Snyder had put out. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. I don't know if you want to talk about that at all. Why don't you go ahead and start on that while I go find that. I go fetch it for everybody.
Well, the classic. Well, the now classic, all the gods shirt. You know, the design on the front. People have long pointed out that that's very much a Tree of Life kind of style image.
Sure,
like it's a play off of the Tree of Life image. So, with that in mind, what classic anime series uses the Tree of Life in its symbolism?
First thing that comes to mind is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, kind of. But
nope.
Okay,
it's not the one I'm thinking of. But Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Yeah, Dawson, you that was not right whatsoever. And the answer was what? He just rolls away. Eric, what was the answer?
You lose. He's gone. There he is.
Eric's gone again. Eric, are you still there? You know what it is? Every time I play a sound effect, I think Eric starts to cut out. I don't know why. So this is the picture right here that he was referring to, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. Hold on. Oh, I forgot it's on a different tab. Okay, so this is the one right here, right?
Yeah.
Or was it the one next to it? Let's see.
I think it's the one next to it that he's
this one here.
That's
this one
the
here.
one that's on the shirt. That's the Zack Snyder design.
Yeah.
So you said it's called Neon Genesis Evangelion? Eric, are you still there?
Bueller.
Wasn't he saying yes a little while ago?
I don't know. Where'd he go? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know what to make of this puzzle.
Oh, he's gone. No. Eric, come back.
No.
No. Okay, so let's move on to one of the topics we have set up for today.
Okay.
Now, Zack Snyder's Justice League was softly announced that it's going to have a release date early to mid. Hold on, let's get rid of this. Early to mid 2021. And I have the article right here. Is this it right here? Hold on. I have so many tabs open. Oh, there it is. Yeah. So early to mid 2021, which is better than, obviously mid to late 2021.
Yes,
but
that is true.
What do you guys think? I mean, do you think that this is a real possibility that it's going to come out, let's say, probably May 20th, around that time?
I think that's very possible. According to everything that I've heard from different sources, May is definitely the month that they're shooting for. Because again, May 20th is when the Justice League was created. Or actually, no, it's the creator's birthday, is what I believe it is.
Yeah, the creator of the Justice League. I think his granddaughter was the one that said something about that. To expect that. Yeah, I mean, I'm cool with all that, just as long as it's completed and completed in the way that Zach wanted it to be done. So, I mean, if it takes longer, then it takes longer. That's why. I mean, I'm fine with 2021. It doesn't matter when it comes out for me. I mean, if it's not on January 1st, 2021, I'm okay. And if it comes out, December 31st, 2021, I'm still okay because I know I'm going to watch it. I know it's going to be available for me. So if it comes out in May, that's cool. If it comes out before then, that's also cool. If it comes out later, I can deal with it. I mean, at least, we'll have other things that I mean, we're gonna already have Wonder Woman under our belt, and I have no idea when Suicide Squad due now.
I don't know.
So that might be under our belt. I mean, we'll have things to talk about.
Well, we have Lightcast in the comments in the chat. He says that apparently the May month is wrong, unless he's trolling.
He could be. You never know.
We'll find out tomorrow. 7:30.
Yeah, that's Eastern 7:30. 4 nerds.
Master Blaster says, "Tell Eric to feed his Wi-Fi mice on the wheel."
Okay, I will say this.
Maybe he ate him.
I will say this. I will say this. Hey guys,
don't make me laugh.
I will say. Yeah, I will say this, Master Blaster. Just after the connection distorted again, the darn thing actually said to me, "Please check your internet connection. If you are still connected to the internet, which I am, the problem must be on our end." Oh, gee, you think, StreamYards? Thank you so much for telling me.
Well, on the article,
saltiness.
I know it's like a slap in the face. But in the article, it says
on purpose.
They're holding me back.
They're holding me back. Yeah.
It says the eagerly awaited Zack Snyder cut of Justice League will bow in early to mid 2021. Dewey said, without committing to a date. She also revealed that the first episode of Selena Gomez's upcoming I don't care about that. Anyway, so wait.
I want to hear about her cooking show.
Actually, it's an upcoming quarantine cookery show. Cookery show on HBO Max.
What?
Hey, yeah, it's a show based on ramen noodles.
Ramen noodles and orange chicken.
From Panda Express. No.
Which is authentic.
Man,
It's
I miss
very
Panda
authentic.
Express right now.
Panda Express is so good. There's one right at my work. Whenever I go on my lunch break, I go, it has a drive-through, or you can pre-order it. I'm over here plugging Panda Express.
At 7:30 is on Thursday.
Yeah.
You need the
Panda
SpongeBob
Express.
You need the SpongeBob clip that says, "I need it."
Yes.
Well, it is pretty good. Not gonna lie.
Water.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah.
Water sucks. It really sucks. Water sucks.
No Kona Sanders. My mom was right.
They have all them teeth and no toothbrush.
So on top of that,
He's hungry.
We're gonna get banned.
She let me touch her boobies, and I like them too.
it's just gone off the rails now.
You go and play foosball with your friends.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
Well,
It's a good movie, though. It's a good movie.
Well, if I may get into, yeah. Well, if I may get into what we were talking about before StreamYards rudely interrupted me again.
Yeah, bring up those pictures.
Anyway.
Yeah, I got it. I'm on it.
Yeah.
Oh,
absolutely.
Oh no! What did I do with it?
Nickatina.
All right, well, we'll go ahead. Keep talking about it. I mean, I'm eventually gonna find it.
Okay. Well, anyway, I was really mesmerized by the whole connection because of the whole Tree of Life thing. The whole connection between Zack Snyder's vision and Neon Genesis Alien. So, like, I was toying around with the idea, and finally, I brought to Twitter like the big proposal. Let's do a project. Let's do what I call Project Evangelion, where it's like the big artists of the movement and the more artistically inclined, the editors and so on. Let's all get together. Let's do a big project that highlights that connection between the two. And it could come in many different ways. Like I was thinking, let's have an instrumental of Neon Genesis Evangelion's intro, like its theme, a version of that played with, I don't know, with some Snyderverse art, with some footage, that sort of thing. So with that in mind, I already have, certain folks on board. Like I have Krypton Cage is big on it. Mercury is involved. Joss L is in on it, and Mighty Pegasus is involved.
Ooh,
He's getting
wow.
Sure.
Some big names there. Big names.
the four of them are with me on this, and if anyone, so if anyone listening here who is about, Neon Justice Evangelion, or at least wants to, take part in something this big, hey, DM me. I'm on Twitter at Hardboiled Films, as you can see on the screen. Let me know, and we're going to be putting this big thing in together, and this is going to be an epic video project, if you will, an artistic project, and we'll celebrate the greatness of the Snyderverse in a very so Project Evangelion.
That sounds awesome.
Nice.
I can't wait to see that. I told Krypton that you were going to be on and you want to talk about this. And I thought that would entice him to drop whatever he had planned to do today to be on the show, but it didn't work. So he's not here today. I even told him, I said, dude, Eric, I'm sure he's going to love it if you're going to be there. And he goes, why? And I told him, a little bit about this. And then he just didn't get back to me. I was like, oh, whatever.
That jerk.
I know. What's going on with that? So,
me.
Been moved down a rung.
So the other thing too is that Henry Cavill on I think it was on, what was that on?
It was
Variety Studio. Picard. Captain Picard interviewed him, and he actually spoke on he gave his take on the Justice League, on the Snyder Cut, and a little bit on the production of the previous movie, which we won't refer to that either. Don't say it. No one say that name. Okay, here we go. Let me pull this one up for you guys. Here we go. Now I'm falling apart. Here we go. I'll do the share audio. Make sure we do that.
So number one.
Okay, let's see.
The Snyder.
Make it so number one.
Oh, it's the wrong one. Oh man, that's terrible. God, I gotta be better at this. Oh, it's over here. That's why. You guys see that? No, you don't, huh? No, hold on.
Nah.
This is where my show stalls, and then I need you guys to keep talking.
Oh, hey, so how's your day been, nerdy?
It's been good. I had a meeting. Meeting sucked, but it was work, so it always sucks.
Yeah, works for chumps.
Yeah, it's the worst. Why do you think I want to be a YouTuber?
Hold on, we might have something here.
I have something here. Can you guys see this?
Yes,
the tiger.
We do see the tiger at the bottom.
Daniel Tiger's next.
Infamous / all sorts of things. Snyder Cut. I can't really tell you anything aside from the fact that all I know is that HBO Max will be releasing it, I believe, and it'll be Zach's final vision for the movie, and I don't know anything more than that. And I'm just really happy that Zach got to realize his vision. I think it's important for a filmmaker and a storyteller to have their vision, their intended vision, released and shown to the world, and I'm looking forward to seeing it myself.
Oh, great!
I mean, come on, he's got to be a little more excited than that.
He doesn't seem like he's excited at all. As far as he did his work. He hasn't been asked back yet. Because Zach did say that he wanted some awesome scene with Batman and Superman and Martian Manhunter and all that, but he just doesn't. He's like, it doesn't even look like he's really being coy. It doesn't look like he really knows anything. He's just like, I've already done the work and nobody's hit me up since. And I'm waiting for this thing just like you guys are.
I mean, it might be. I hope not.
I found it weird that he was like, it's going to be released on HBO Max, I think. It's like, you were there when they announced
I know, right?
HBO Max. Like,
it said it on the picture.
Yeah,
it's kind of weird, but
I mean, you got Patrick on one side, just kind of chilling, in an open house. It looks like an empty house, and then you got Henry putting up a sheet. He's got a blazer on. He's just, I'm ready for this interview, and Patrick's like, I really don't care. They just want me to do this.
There was another article.
Tell me about Snyder Cut.
Engage.
There was another article that I
Cerebro.
saw that Cavill said that he wanted to play Superman for years to come.
Make
I mean, because like he's excited for the character, he just doesn't show it here.
I have to pee.
Should I think stay here for at least a little bit?
I think he really wants to be Superman. He wants to do the stories and all that, like Dawson was saying. I just don't think that they have actually sat him down and said, This is what we're planning. I think all of this is kind of on hold. Besides the Flash movie, I think a lot of this is on hold because of the release of Zack Snyder's version on HBO Max. They want to make sure that audiences are receptive, not just us fans, but they want to make sure general audiences are receptive as well. That it is monetarily lucrative for them to continue.
So before we go any further, though, not to cut you off, even though I just did, we're going to add one more person to our panel. Eric, you hang on. Don't fall off.
Better not be Syl.
No, I know. It's better than Syl.
No,
yes.
It's the Prime himself. Prime. What's up, man?
Okay, there you go.
What's up, gentlemen? How y'all doing?
What's up, Prime? How you doing?
Man, I'm good, man.
How you doing, Prime?
Where's
good,
that hat?
Good.
Where's that hat?
I know. He's audio only. Prime. On Sunday, we kind of went over the stream that I was on with you. I thought you handled that beautifully, by the way.
Which one? Are you talking about with the ex dude?
Yeah, Mr. Z.
Oh,
I accept criticism of all kinds.
No, you really did. You handled that so beautifully because like the whole time I'm thinking to myself like, man, what are we gonna do? And you gave him plenty of opportunities, and he just couldn't come through. He couldn't do it.
No, I mean, I really want to pay him no mind. I just let him stay. I could have been kicked him a long time ago, but I don't work like that. Like I said, I deal with the community and stuff, with community and personalities and stuff like that all the time. So it's just like, let them say. But then once they start getting more out of line, then I have to put them, I have to put the hammer down. So
I have to say that's the first stream that I've ever saw Jeffrey tongue-tied.
Yeah.
He didn't know what to say. He wasn't trying to interject. He was like, this man's a killer. He was like, he's a legit serial killer. I better shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk.
I know, right?
Oh no, that's just how you got to do it, man. That's how you got to do it.
I was surprised too, though. Like Jeffrey was so quiet, and that was another tell. And I was like, dude, this is getting scary right now. Because even Jeffrey was like, I don't want a part of this. Yeah.
No, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. So I see y'all on the topic pertaining to Henry Cavill. That's good.
Yeah. Did you see his interview with Patrick Stewart?
I covered it earlier today.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay. I gotta watch that then. All right, don't speak on it. I'll watch that later.
I covered it earlier today. I mean, I think not just to cover myself. That's if people want to watch it. But like I said, I covered the multiverse today. There are a lot of people that didn't know about it.
Right, which is weird because there's so many people talking about it. It's like, how at this point, how can you not understand how this works? Like,
a lot of people don't know. Like I said I'll just say the first part. The only thing that the general casual audience claim comic book fans know is that the only verse that they know is Earth Zero. Mm-hmm. And I broke all the actual verses down on continuity. So continuity are what a lot of these individuals know. They only know Earth Zero. That's it. That is basically the primary the primary one out of all of them. Yeah. Okay, because that's what everybody knows. Anything else like Earth 1, 2, 3, it gets crazy in 3. So I just tell people like you have to understand the magnitude that DC has. especially with the multiverse. The multiverse, you can do so much, and that's what I basically stated. I mean, you can check it out, go from there, but y'all can, and that's something that I really would like a lot of people to start talking about.
Yeah.
You have
Well,
to talk about that.
they first introduced it in the Flash when they were doing Earth 2 and Earth 3. And then again in the Flash when they brought Ezra on, and there was 2 Flashes on the screen at the same time for your mass audience, right? For just normies that are just watching television, right? Mm-hmm. So they introduced it there before they, spent a whole bunch of money and threw it into a movie.
See, I agree.
Absolutely. I mean, hold on, I gotta turn this down. Because I'm helping my mother right now.
Get her on the stream. What does she think about Patrick Stewart?
Tell Mama Prime we say hello.
Mama Prime.
Mama Prime.
What's up? So I'm saying is that people have to people really got to understand the direction of where this is all going, because it's inevitable, and I think it's going to be a good thing. I think when DC fandom comes, my theory is pertaining to that event, I think they're going to talk about the multiverse and what they're going to do with it, and how they're going to implement the multiverse into actual cinema, streaming, and television. So, I mean, the blueprint has already been there. For instance, they did it with the CW, because with the Crisis Infinite Earths and the way that they set it up and the way they do a good job with it. Because, they do a real good job with it. So it all depends on the actual, I can't even get it out. How they separate each episode per each show. So for you to watch episode 2, you got to watch Legends of Tomorrow to watch that one the next day.
Right.
Episode 3 is on Arrow. Supergirl might be the first one. Flash be the fourth, and so forth. So I like the way they done that. Then, especially with the Flash, on how they did with the Ezra Miller, and that showing that there is a multiverse and there can be different Flashes. And like I say, a lot of people just don't understand, what the multiverse is. And that's why I say DC has and always had the edge on Marvel pertaining to this as a whole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's always been set up to where DC's multiverse has always been more established, especially in the comic books. I always felt that it was more established than, a multiverse in the X-Men, because within DC at a very, like years ago, when they had that Crisis on Infinite Earths, I mean, they were traveling to different Earths, in the comics. And I remember as a kid, I bought a Crisis on Infinite Earths comic book, and I didn't have all I had was the first issue. And when I read it, I was like, what the hell is going on here? Because it was so serious. And then I ended up getting them all, because I was like, dude, I have to read all this story, this entire story. It was incredible. It was just incredible. But no, like Prime was saying about the CW shows, it is cool how you have to watch the other shows in order to get the full story. Like, you can't just watch the Flash and that's it. And then you have to kind of bounce around to the different shows, because all the stories kind of tie into each other. Sure. So
they kind of did that with the MCU a little bit, but it wasn't different universes. It was you need to watch everything in order to kind of get where all the stories are going, up until they did that with Captain Marvel, and it was like it really that was the first one that was kind of like, we didn't need to watch this. But all the other ones, they had different things that sort of added to the overall narrative. And then they also tried to do that with that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. thing. Of course, it wasn't a different universe, but it was supposed to tie in with the movies. So they tried it, and it wasn't really that successful from what I recall. I didn't watch it. So
it was. I watched the first 2 or 3 episodes, and then I just couldn't get into it. It just I don't know. I think because when the show started, the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is that I thought they would introduce real character. I mean, like bigger characters into the show.
I thought that they would have cameos of the movie stars would actually come on.
Exactly.
And so that's being said, Ezra Miller was the first one that did that.
Right.
Because they didn't do that. That was a missed opportunity, and stupid of Marvel to not at least shoot something during one of their movies that ties in with one of their TV shows or whatever as they're shooting a movie, so they don't have to pay the actor, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, they had 20 films. I mean, you've got so many opportunities to do that. But you don't. So in that perspective, or keeping that perspective, DC wins there because of Ezra Miller.
Right. Now, the thing is too is that when Ezra Miller shows up in that episode, he makes the comment saying, Victor said this wasn't possible. Remember, as he fades away. Mm-hmm. So, do you think that scene or what he's referring to? Do you think we're going to see where he came from?
I would love to see Grant in the movie. I'd love to see Grant like the opposite. Okay, you have one kind of like Back to the Future 2. You have one perspective in Back to the Future 1. In Back to the Future 2, you have the same scene, but from a different point of view. That's what I want to see. And I would love to see that from Ezra's perspective coming into Grant Gustin's, little universe or whatever, and then leaving and finishing that line, about, Victor said this wasn't possible. And then he moves in and is like, holy crap, who's this Keaton Batman?
Yeah.
So
I think it's very possible to see that in the Flash movie. I think that could be a really cool opportunity. I mean, there's no like real basis to say like, oh, this is going to be the movie, but like it'd be really cool to see.
Yeah.
Or he could even like refer to that scene where he's like, if he gets, if he's learning how to move through, different universes, then all of a sudden, he comes back and then Victor's like, where did you go? He's like, I went to a different universe. I even met another version of me.
I think if it's handled solely in exposition, I think they lose a little bit of that flair. Whereas if you actually got Grant Gustin in that costume for just a small scene, it would be a bigger payoff. Then they could talk about it, like you're saying. They could talk about it, but I think to see it would be that time, that much more impactful, and it would also help the audience as they're watching the movie, the ones that have seen the Flash TV show, sort of help get them accustomed to seeing this type of thing.
Right. I think a funny thing they could do with that is if that Ezra Miller comes back and Victor's like, well, where'd you go? He's like, well, I went to a different universe. He's like, well, what'd you see? He's like, I saw another version of myself. By the way, I think the Flash is a really cool name. Call me the Flash from now on.
Yeah.
Grant Gustin said I'm the Flash, and he's like, the what now?
That would be perfect. Yeah, because he didn't know that name.
Yeah. Right. Well, just like in the Flash TV show when they had the white emblem and they had the red, they start off with the red and they're like, did you change it and make it white because you saw the that clipping from the newspaper, because so that was a different sort of, like Dawson was saying before he yawned, it's a different type of situation where it's like, I think that would be a great way of doing it. Like, hey, from now on, call me the Flash. That's pretty cool. And I think that's the coolest thing I've ever heard from Dawson. So I like that. Let's continue. This is a good conversation.
So the next topic,
I don't know if that's a compliment or an insult, Ryan.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I know. I just described that scene a second ago.
Nickatina gets secondary points.
Yeah, but Dawson did it more eloquently. I was
Nickatina,
like,
get him off. Nickatina, get him off.
Okay.
Yeah, also,
he got himself off.
Oh wow. He got himself. Oh wow. See,
man.
Now everyone else knows how it feels.
Yeah, right. With the
oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
So the next topic,
building on the whole like crossover with Ezra Miller and Grant Gustin. Yeah.
All right. So moving on now.
Learned that
they're
hiring this new guy Ezra Miller to be the Flash of the shows. Yeah, of the Flash of the because like they're hiring ever since I learned that they were hiring Ezra Miller to be the Flash of the movie. What would be perfect in a Flash movie? Have the movie Barry, in this case, like Ezra Miller, running through the Speed Force, running hard. We see Grant Gustin starting to run beside him. They notice each other, they look at each other, they give each other a nod, maybe a salute, and then they run into their different distances. Just that scene alone would be epic.
That could be pretty cool.
High fives.
Yeah, they high five. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Cosmic high fives. Yes.
It kind of like you can't touch your other self.
Yeah, high fives. Why not?
It destroys the space-time.
Never repeat that
We'll
statement.
have another major paradox on our hands.
Just by touching. Yeah. So the next topic that I want to touch on is the whole Grace Randolph tweet that she put out about Ryan Reynolds is Green Lantern. You know, Jeffrey is he's very big on this topic.
He said 5%. He said 5%. I'm standing by my man. 5%.
I was hoping Sil would be on here to confirm this, but he's not here. He's got other things going on, which is fine.
Yeah, no, but luckily he did. He and Sil, yeah, you were there as well. But he did touch on this last night.
Yeah.
Where we never thought that this would actually be a thing, but after the Keaton announcement, that's still not confirmed. But after the Keaton announcement, hey, bringing people back, even bringing back Ryan Reynolds, who. Yes, obviously, like Dawson said last night, he doesn't have his Deadpool franchise any longer because Disney's not going to make another film.
Right.
He has been the Green Lantern. He does like the Green Lantern character. He understands that, yes, it wasn't handled correctly. Don't know if that was a Jeff Johns issue again or something else. But I can see him joining kind of like Grant Gustin, kind of like, Michael Keaton as a small snippet of a larger sort of narrative universe. There are other universes out there that Ryan Reynolds is not Ezra Miller's Hal Jordan, but he sees this Green Lantern and that's sort of his introduction to the Lantern Corps. And then when he gets back to his time or his reality, he therefore understands what a Green Lantern is, so that when he sees one, he can identify it for the rest of the league. But I don't. But I mean, Randolph is pretty good about getting information, good information. But where I differ from her is how she takes that and interprets it.
Right.
When she interprets her what she's or she diagnoses something. Or her, her takes. I don't agree with a lot of her takes. But again, like I said, I think she has good sources.
Who does?
Let me. I want to say something about that actually, because while I think it'd be cool to have Ryan Reynolds as like a cameo, as like a Hal Jordan or a version of Hal Jordan, the more I hear this story, the less and less I believe it. If I'm being quite honest, and the less and less I believe what Grace Randolph is saying in this tweet, because
he's going to be in 8 films.
No, my gosh, no. Seriously, that information about Michael Keaton being in 8 films no.
That's somebody pulling it out of their butt.
8 films.
People keep saying he's signing for 8 films. I was like, what are you smoking?
Why would you sign up for 8 films? And how can that possibly make any sense?
It makes zero sense.
The only way I could see that being even close, being true, like maybe 4 films if they did like a Batman Beyond trilogy or something. That's the only way I could see that kind of making sense. But with this Ryan Reynolds thing, I've been talking with other different people, and Grace Randolph, she does have good sources in Warner Brothers, but I don't think she has good sources in AT&T, and AT&T is the ones in charge. And I don't know. I think with this Reynolds one, I think she's mostly wrong. I don't know. She's hit and miss with information. We know that first to a certain extent, and like Ryan pointed out, she is pretty spotty as far as her interpretation.
She did claim that Wonder Woman was going to be the Flashpoint.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And of course, we all know that that's not the case. And
it's not the case at all.
Yeah.
Right. And so like things like that maybe really doubt this information. And plus, like people like Cass and people with Culture Nerd are kind of laughing at this, right? They're laughing at the even being suggested. And so the fact that that's happening and the Culture Nerd's been such a reliable source as of late, that makes me doubt it that much more.
No,
I'm sorry.
Elements.
Yeah. Elements. That's what we kept saying last night. But no, it's
the Illuminati.
The thing is that if you're going to bring in Ryan Reynolds as a Green Lantern, he can't just come in and make a cameo like, oh, hey, what's, if you're going to bring him in, he has to be the next franchise or a franchise that you move forward with. He's too big of an actor for him to come in, have a short scene. Or
I don't know. I mean, do you think he's still big, or is he now on the decline because he's so old?
I think he's on a decline because again, Deadpool's not happening. Like he has nothing else.
I
Really
mean,
happening
I'm just sorry. What I'm talking about is like a film with his name on it. Does it have as much pull as it did back in the early 2000s?
Right.
Not really.
No,
unless
it doesn't.
It's Deadpool.
Unless it's Deadpool, but unless he kind of rides off the coattails of Deadpool, and because you figure, depending on how he's used, if it's going to be him, man, Eric, depending on how it's used, how he is used as a character, that's going to depict, what direction they're going to move in with Ryan Reynolds. I mean, if he comes in and makes one quick scene, then it's going to be like, well, okay, that was kind of weird. Oh, we're going live video right now. Here we go. Yeah, there he is.
Hey.
Oh, there he goes.
He left.
No, he's
Amshri. I'm going to butcher your name, so I'm just going to say
Kid Watkar.
There you go.
Kid Watkar. Thank you. Zach stated at DCU with BVS when they would bring. Why would they bring a Jeff character back? I don't think that's the point. I think the point is, look. It's kind of like what Zodrider was saying just the other day. The logo of the Green Lantern is on the shirts. It's on the sweatshirts as well.
Yes, it is.
So, like, the Lantern is going to be in the movie. Now, we don't know which one. We don't know what Lantern he's referring to. But, they're going to be in the movie regardless.
Right. And that's the one character that Zach is still hush-hush about. He hasn't said one word. About anything, and like I was saying with Nerdy and the other two nerds, is that on Four Nerds, which is on Thursday nights at 7:30 Eastern, is that when in BVS, why was it that Tomare and Kilowog were the ones that came to the Batcave? Why wasn't it Hal? Or why wasn't it, John Stewart or Kyle Rayner or whoever it is for that particular time? Why is that sector seeing these two lanterns who obviously don't belong to our sector? And number two, why the hell are they going to the Batcave? I mean, who at that point in time, they're not time travelers or anything like that. Like, why is the Batcave a place of interest in BVS? For two lanterns to show up at a lake house,
right?
That's just my question. I have no idea why.
That's a theory.
That's a theory. James M says John Garza, who has been right on a lot of things, said Grace Randolph is right about Ryan Reynolds. I don't know.
I'm gonna bust your bubble, bro. Well, Grace Randolph is not accurate on nothing. And on top of it, if you want to know some more information pertaining to that, Ryan Reynolds is not going to be in this movie. Now, the speculations and all that stuff pertaining to that, yes, it sounds good. All right. But there's an article that's out there, and Zack Snyder did not sign off on that. But he did sign off on and confirm that he said that what's his name? God dang, okay. Jimmy Dean
Morgan.
Jimmy Dean Morgan. He did confirm that. That's why I tell people, look at all the information that's out there. Once a director or a producer or a writer or anything that's in that genre, and they like it, or they give a thumbs up, or they put something that's significant, that means that it is confirmed. And on top of it, think about this. Why wouldn't Jimmy Dean be in the Flashpoint when he played Thomas Wayne in BVS? This is the Snyderverse. Why would they change it? When all this is going to be the Snyderverse, why would he change it?
Yeah, I agree with you, Prime.
It is his. And he is the last. He's where the buck stops.
And it's also one thing that doesn't make sense is people trying to claim that Michael Keaton's going to be Thomas Wayne. It's like, why would that make any sense whatsoever?
That would like none of the general audience could identify with that. They'd be more confused than seeing Grant Gustin on the damn screen.
Right. That's why there's a bunch of people who try to tell me like, oh, watch Emergency's Awesome's video, which Emergency's Awesome is great. They're a great channel.
He's a sweet guy, but his takes are just as good as Grace's.
Right. He takes this video and he's like, look, I'm going to tell you that Michael Keaton's on for 8 films and people are saying he's going to be Thomas Wayne instead of Jeffrey Dean Morgan. It's like, what?
It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make zero sense.
Zero sense whatsoever. And it's infuriating because everybody's just like, well, Emergency Awesome said it. It's confirmed everywhere. It's like, you forget what the word confirmed means. Confirmed is not what you think it means.
Yeah.
You keep using that word. It doesn't mean what you think it means.
Emergency Awesome is a rung higher than
right?
Mike Zero. He makes compelling videos, and he seems like at the heart he seems like a really a real fan.
Right.
But again, his interpretation of things is it leaves a lot to be desired. It's like, I'm sorry, I'm glad you're a fan, but you've got this skewed perspective on how you think the world works.
And if I may, let's assume for this bizarre second that Ryan Reynolds is back as a Green Lantern. All right, here's the thing. I sincerely doubt that if he is, that he's back as Holland, because if he is, I guarantee you the mainstream audience is going to instantly assume that his old Green Lantern movie canon to the DCU. And Warner Brothers is going to have a lot of headaches trying to either make it canon or explain why it isn't, and yet Ryan Reynolds is back as Hal Jordan.
But then you have the same issue with Michael Keaton.
Like if, and I say if.
Well.
Yeah.
Well.
But I say this, if, and this is a big if, Ryan Reynolds is back as the DCEU, as a DCU Green Lantern, I would say give him a bowl cut and make him Guy Gardner. That's the best thing to do about it.
But see, the problem with that is that the general audience, they don't know who Guy Gardner is. I mean, for the most part, most people going out to see the movie, they only know of Hal Jordan, and that's even if they know of Hal Jordan.
Right.
The other, obviously the other popular character is Jon Stewart, so you could go with a Jon Stewart. The thing is that we don't know what the hell it's going to be, and Ryan's right. He's kept that extremely quiet. Even throughout this whole time when he was releasing black and white photos, everything. That's the one topic that he's never really touched on, was the whole Green Lantern.
Exactly.
And the only time it really ever came up originally that it became a big thing was when Sam Benjamin was running around saying he's the Green Lantern. Then I really got the wheels.
Well, even that other guy from The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Everybody was like, oh, he's Green Lantern. He's Green Lantern. But think about this. If you look at Victor's artwork, he's done art, the collage, and it has Darkseid. It has all the characters minus, of course, Green Lantern, except on Darkseid's chest, he put the Green Lantern symbol. And because he didn't put a speculation like who he wanted to see as Green Lantern, I think that's another reason why Zach was like, dude, yes, not only do I love this artwork, but also you're keeping that, a mystery, and because I'm not letting anybody know who my Green Lantern is. So
right, and there's a couple comments in the chat that are saying, like, talking about Jeffery Dean Morgan a little bit, that major trades are saying Jeffery Dean Morgan is not in Flashpoint. Now, I'm going to say this about that, because most of those major trades that are saying that based off of a casting list from 2019 for The Flash, which was before, of course, the announcement of Zack Snyder's Justice League being released. And that changes everything.
Correct.
With that release, it recanonizes, or I guess it continues the canonization of Zack Snyder's DCEU and its characters. And so things have changed since then. And so people using that casting list is not factual. It's spreading false information just simply based on the fact that it didn't say that before.
Eric, I know he keeps reshuffling everybody. And then Amshri, how do you say it again?
Amshri?
Amshri Kidwakar.
I think Grace did not connect the dots correctly on what she heard. 8 movies. What if there were 8 episodes as a mentor figure in a Batman Beyond series on HBO Max? I mean, that could.
My last stream, they mentioned that as well. That could be possible.
That's possible. It's definitely possible. And I think that'd be a really cool series, to have. Obviously, that'd be set in that Keaton universe. It wouldn't be set in, the Snyderverse. So you could definitely do whatever you wanted with that character. Except for that character couldn't take on the Penguin or Joker because they're long gone. But then again, this is jumping ahead to the future anyway. So yeah,
right. So you have those new characters from Batman Beyond that you can develop and bring to the big screen. which would be interesting. It would be an interesting take to see a better flying Batmobile than the one we got in Dark Knight Rises.
Yes.
Oh, the Bat. He called it the Bat.
Who knows what the fuck that thing
That was really awkward. It was like
it was just goofy.
Yeah, it was like, well, this is kind of weird. It's like
I'm just not a fan of the vehicles in the Dark Knight trilogy as is. I mean, the Tumbler's like cool, but like it's not a Batmobile.
It's not a Batmobile. Yeah. He did not build it from scratch. He didn't make it himself. All he did was paint it black.
Yeah,
that was, I mean, it wasn't, what they should have done was taken the Tumbler, had him break it down, and then build it back up to his spec. Because so that he engineers it to his liking.
Because I think I remember hearing you say, Ryan, that in the Dark Knight Rises, that Bane stole.
I know. I was like, he's pointing right at him.
The Dark Knight Rises, they stole some Batmobile-esque vehicles from Wayne Enterprises, so the Batmobile wasn't unique anymore. I remember you saying
exactly.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Wow.
The Tumbler was pretty badass. I liked it. Yeah. I know. He does the
one of these days
this is what tuners do without the other two.
Yeah. Christian Bale, he does the does it come in black?
Does it come in black?
Yeah.
I was once a knew thee. Not a knew thee, a knew thee. Forget it. We'll save it for the sequel.
Hey, I thought the worst one was when he said, he must have friends. I was like, whoa, dude, chill out. You know what I mean?
Where are the other trucks?
I'm not wearing hockey pads.
Yeah, I'm not wearing hockey pads.
Like, again, those movies are good, but like,
swear to me.
That Batman voice ruins every scene that Batman's in that trilogy. That voice just ruins every scene of Batman for me in that trilogy. I can't do it. I tried watching it. I guess we watched it through a couple weeks ago, and every scene I was just like, man, just stop.
And speaking of which, a lot of people have been voicing their opinions about how the costume in the Batman Begins is better than the one that we got in the Dark Knight and obviously Dark Knight Rises.
I said,
agreed.
Yeah, I like the Batman Begins outfit better because the neck. Yeah, I know he can't turn it, but it just looks more.
It looks more Batman-ish.
Yeah, it just looks like, holy crap. So what I was hoping for, like Keaton, if they do bring him back and if they do put him in a bat suit and he's not Bruce Wayne, I would love for them to create an updated version of his old 1989 bat suit, but then make it out of material that was used for Batfleck, so that he can in that same mold or the same look, he can now turn his head and I mean that would really fix a lot of, because they he really had to do that whole full body turn when he was portraying Batman, and Kilmer had to do the same thing, and Clooney, well, I don't know what the hell he's shaking his head. It's like, hey, freeze.
Well, we have a little an event's going on tomorrow, so you might want to stop by buy a Bat credit card. And
that was the worst part. I mean, the whole thing was bad. But that Bat credit card. I mean, I watched that movie like when HBO Max first came out. For some reason, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put it on. And when I got to that scene where he's like, "Don't leave,"
you got to that scene.
Yeah,
like the ice skates didn't do it for you.
No, because You're what?
Like,
I saw
believable. I can't believe it.
No, I went to go see that movie with my dad, and obviously I was younger. But when we saw it, when we came out of it, I remember specifically we walked out of the theater, and this is not like a stadium seating theater. It's like old school theater where it's all flat, So I remember we came out of the theater, and I was like, "Dad, what did you think?" And I remember, and my dad never would do this for a lot of movies, but I remember he looked at me, he was like, "I thought I was lousy." I was like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah, I was stupid." And I was like, I kind of like this, kind of like the cartoons, but
son of mine.
I know.
From now on, to be known as Nickatina.
Rest in peace, Joel
My
Schumacher.
name is Andre. Shut up, Nickatina. Get in the car.
The Snyder Cut.
Schneider. If those are tapestries, then I am Mickey Mouse.
Jean Grey. Logan.
I have to pee.
I have to take a whiz.
I'm Mickey Mouse. God.
Of course.
You think darkness is our
You really adopted the dark. I was born in it.
Oh God. Was it really necessary to make his voice that like?
Yeah, I know.
Crashing the
about
plane.
Bane that they didn't translate was that it was supposed to be something that he needed, of course, for, for respiratory reasons, but also that it hurt him. Yeah, so, I mean, he was like asthmatic. He was like an asthmatic pain. He was like, one more. Okay.
Like they didn't even try to implement any of like the Venom stuff. The Venom stuff's like a majority of the character part.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, even in Nicatina's favorite show, Batman and Robin, when they had it wasn't. I'm sorry, that
favorite movie.
It was Batman Forever when they had Bane with.
That was a good one.
No, Poison. I'm sorry. That was Batman and Robin.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I'm getting those two stupid ass films missed. Just crossed. Anyway,
although Batman Forever is better,
did have the Venom.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, he was a stupid idiot.
Heck, I'm looking forward to.
They've never done the Luchador South
Schumacher
American. Venom type Bane that I want to see. I want to see him like Ruffalo's Hulk. Give me that.
But they kind of alluded to the Venom when they went down to the sewers where he was hanging out like a Ninja Turtle. He had that briefcase open where he had a bunch of like chemicals he was like fucking around with, and I thought that was gonna be where he shoots up with the Venom. I was like, oh, cool, it's gonna be in this, and then he really didn't do that. There was
no steroid. Or anything like that you.
Gotham is yours. Do as you please.
No, but like they totally could have like introduced that he's taking a serum to keep himself, even to keep himself alive, and it also like amps him up. It's like he can take it. He's like, and then he goes and kicks Bruce Wayne's ass. That was the other thing too. The fight against Batman, the first encounter, to this day, I when I get to that scene, I have a hard time watching it. I'm just like, I'm like, these guys were trained as ninjas, and they're just like brawling it out, like.
I mean, I'm sorry, but I mean, I know Tyler would, probably defend it, but I mean, because he loves Christopher Nolan. I like Christopher Nolan. I think he's very talented, but this one he phoned in. He came back for the paycheck. And that was it, I mean, when Heath Ledger died, they were like, well, shit, I don't know what to do. It's kind of like Carrie Fisher. They were like, I don't know what to do. Mm-hmm. It was just horrible. It was so bad. It was. I think it's almost worse than what Schumacher did. I think it's probably worse than what Adam West did with the shark repellent. It's probably that. I mean, I'm sorry. It's the worst Batman movie for me. I can't rewatch it.
Worse than Batman and Robin.
Yeah,
Batman Forever.
I can watch that just for the Arnold Schwarzenegger ice puns.
The Ice Age.
Hey everybody!
I want Panda shoes like that. That's awesome. And his robe, that shit was legit.
Yeah, it really was. And he was all like shiny. He was silver, but like with like glitter on him. It was like, wow, this guy, he's incredible.
You've never seen Arnold Schwarzenegger, and you'll never see him in anything else like that, other than the Lord of the Rings deep fake.
Oh my goodness!
I'm gonna get a clip from that. Definitely. It's too much. It's too much. Oh, look, these guys released Snyder Cut shirt. Now, awesome. Nerdy, you have that same shirt, right?
I do have it. Yeah.
Can you put it on? No, he's like,
yeah, but you'll be facing my shit.
I'll say this.
Hey, Nerdy freeze.
Hey,
yeah,
I'll say this about my Snyder shirt.
Look, Eric's coming in clear.
Well,
Nerdy's frozen.
Yeah, it sometimes happens. Well, I'll say this about this shirt. You'll notice it comes in black.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
It does.
I just looked at it when I noticed that they were selling it. Yeah. Yeah, it comes in black. But it's just like, really, it's just like when I saw that they were selling it on Ink to the People, my first thought was, does it come in black? Because I was not interested in getting the blue shirt. I'm sorry.
Blue one, yeah.
My color.
I said to myself was, I only work in sometimes very, very dark gray. So, yes.
I look good in anything, so I mean, it's fine.
Wow.
No.
So the thing is too is that like I was gonna get the blue one, but I don't know. I just lagged on it. And get it.
Right here. There you go.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Nice.
This is my normal uniform, of course, in these videos. This baby right here, and like I said, this here is the tree of life right here.
The tree of life. There we go.
I love it.
Auto tune is in full effect right now.
Especially as
in the night.
Yeah.
Look at Nerdy. He's frozen too.
Well, don't. Yeah.
This is a wild panel. Yeah. Eric's cutting in and out. Nerdy's fucking. He's skipping. Prime is just like
it happens.
He's just logged in to be logged in.
Silent.
He's dealing with his mom.
Yeah, he's doing stuff.
Yeah, he's doing stuff. Yeah,
hanging out with Mama Prime.
The Snyder Cut.
Well,
so
I'll say this if you guys can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you much better than we can see you.
Okay, well, I'll say this. This symbol right here.
The baby? Or the sperm?
Okay, well, in that case, well.
Yeah, the baby, the sperm, or Batman?
Yeah. Yes. Now, the baby in particular.
Okay.
Well,
I can see it really good now.
Listen, I'm just saying is that my interpretation of that section of the shirt pretty much made my name in the whole Snarka community. Because I remember like when he first released it, and I posted like it was a reply to something that Fiona posted on Vero, and I posted this reply where I made this elaborate vision of what I foresaw this meaning, that it was, for example, that it was baby Bruce Kent, that was Clark and Lois's son that they named after Bruce because of Bruce's heroic sacrifice to save Lois. That very same day, what do I get? I get this notification on my phone. Zack Snyder responded to your comment, and I looked at it, and he just responded to it with applause. It's like, what the heck? I got this right. And it turns out that he pretty much did. Well, so wow. So kudos to that. Well, thank you, Zach. You certainly made my name.
Before it was announced, when he did that SnyderCon or whatever, he was very open with his version, and he, because he didn't think it was going to be released. He was just like, okay, well, I'll tell you guys about what I wanted to do, because he didn't think it was anything was going to happen. So now that it is, he's making changes. I think he's I don't think he's subverting anyone's expectations, but what I think he's doing is refining, and I like that. I like that. Hey, he had time to refine, to go back, to say, hey, you know what, this didn't quite work that well, or whatever. Because I mean, there's some things in Man of Steel, there's some things in BVS that I take issue with, or whatever. But I mean, overall, for the movies, I like them both. I just for me, it's I nitpick everything, right? So I can always find fault, but yeah, but I can find a lot of things that I like about it.
No.
Thank you, James. Thank you, James, for coming in for that. And I saw your tweet earlier. Thank you so much for tweeting that out as well. That one, this one's for you.
No.
Okay, Ryan, you were saying, go ahead.
Oh, I'm done.
You're like, I gotta go. True 31 asks, any chance Michelle Pfeiffer is cast as well? Probably not. Oh, you never know.
I hope not.
I don't think so. What I would love to see is Billy D.
Yes, Billy. Yeah, it's what we were saying last night. Remember, I was like, Billy D needs to be in the background, just like, hey, who do we got? Who do we got here? And that's where it ends. That's where it ends. Or like if the movie ends and then a post-credit scene is Keaton in the Batcave on the computer, and then from the background he turns around and it's Billy D. Williams as Two-Face with the Two-Face, and he goes, hey, well, Batman. He just kind of comes in. I'd be like, yes, yeah. There's more to the story than we know.
That'd be hilarious. And again, addressing Michelle Pfeiffer,
that would be perfect, wouldn't it? I mean, it would be absolutely perfect.
Yeah, as far as Michelle Pfeiffer, I know a lot of people like her Catwoman, but I can't stand it. I really can't. She grosses me out.
I liked her as Catwoman. I did not like her as Selena Kyle.
Yeah, she was a wreck in that movie.
I hated the scene where she does like backflips and then also does like
Me Too stuff now, because I mean, Christopher Walken was like not really hitting on her, but it was that creepy interaction.
Yeah.
And she went back to her apartment and she had all the cats and whatever. It was like, oh, I'll get you this and that and whatever. It was just weird.
Yeah, and also just really didn't like how the scene. I know the scene's pretty iconic for a lot of people, but the scene where she does like backflips away from the jewelry store was like meow, and then an explosion behind her.
Scene. That's a great
I hate it. I hate it.
Yeah, you didn't. That's because you didn't see it when in theaters. If you saw it in theaters with the rest of us, it would have been.
It's fair, but now,
I mean, I was so
gotta fly.
I know, gotta fly. He takes off with a little helicopter umbrella.
Yeah, and then I love it. It's like this, when he goes up above because Catwoman's climbing the building,
she's like,
just like
and lest you forget.
What was that, Eric?
Unless we forget when she licks him.
Oh yeah, she licks him. She's like,
that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. No, okay.
That she made her own costume, so like it was handmade, and it looked really good.
And it looks way better than the one from Dark Knight Rises. Was that goggles? Give me a break. Yeah, and just a lycra suit. I mean, come on now, get out of here with that. Halle Berry's suit, I liked. But
that was a stripper suit.
Okay, seriously, you're getting nuts. You're getting nuts.
That's like the only thing redeemable about that movie. That'd be awesome, and it would also be funny as ever if she was in the Flash movie.
No. Oh my God. There's no way she'd accept that. There's no way she'd accept
a quick shot of he pops in, he looks over, she's like, meow, or something stupid. He's like, he takes off again.
Oh goodness. No.
Oh man. No, that would be too much. Now, recently, the Culture Nerd did post another article about a couple days ago saying that Michael Keaton and Jeffery Dean Morgan are both in talks or both wanted to be in this next Flashpoint movie. Now, do you think it'd be a benefit to having both of them, or should we just have one or the other?
Both.
I think both.
Hands down.
I think both.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely both.
Both.
I
absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, Eric says both. Yeah.
Because
no question is both.
Because you have Bruce Wayne, an old Bruce Wayne with Michael Keaton in another multiverse, and you have Jeffrey Dean Morgan's Batman in another universe. Again, it's a Flash movie. You're going to explore different universes, and so why not have both of them? Yeah,
and I would love to see Ben Affleck at the end.
Yes.
So 3 Batmen in the same damn movie. That's pretty awesome. I don't care about seeing Pattinson, so it's not a big deal. I'll wait for his movie. Mm-hmm. I'll go watch his movie. I'm not thrilled about what I've seen so far. His RoboCop car doesn't look very good to me.
The ears kill me. Like the rest of the suit, I'm okay with,
and the
rest of it I'm okay with, but the ears are just bad.
Just like it's way back here, almost at his lobe, and it looks odd.
It looks like Catwoman's mask. If you look at how it's stitched together, that was the first thing I thought about. I was like, that looks like Catwoman from Batman Returns.
See, I think that kind of works a little bit because it's kind of like Adam West-esque, ish a little bit, a little bit of that feel. And I know
so was Batman and Robin,
Right, that's true. That's a good point. And so there's elements of the suit that I do like. It's just the ears. Like it shows the head, then wraps around, then it goes up. No, you got to go straight up from the back of the head. That's how Batman's cowl looks decent. The ears are way too pointed. It's like the needles.
Well, I mean, I like Batfleck's ears, and they don't do that.
Well, like they go up and like they don't like bend into the head, then up. They just kind of curve with the head. No, Batfleck's cowl is very nice.
No, I'm sorry. The only one that's legit is the one from BVS. The one from Justice League
and Suicide Squad
does not look good. Oh, so I think they used the same one.
I think it was slightly altered, but
I think for every movie they have to create these costumes, because if you look at Shazam, Superman's suit is different. He's got red right here, instead of silver for where the belt would be or whatever, just sort of, break it up. But I mean, yeah, it's different as well. And I was like, for that small of a shot, you created this new suit? That's weird.
And speaking of changing suits, I mean, I like the Justice League suit for Batman. I'm not talking about the technical one. I'm talking about the normal one they use. Mm-hmm. But I feel like it's a downgrade from BVS.
I think it's a downgrade. BVS, he looked meatier. He looked
the neck on the Justice League cowl is skinnier. His head looks bigger. The ears are a little bit different, and the face just doesn't look as intimidating.
I know it's. I don't want to say it's to sell toys because toys don't sell anymore for kids. Kids don't care about toys. So I don't know what the reason is other than comfort for him. But I mean, I'm sorry if Keaton, had no way of peeing in his costume, and Kilmer had no way of peeing in his costume, then suck it up. If it's a little bit uncomfortable, then who gives a it's for a movie. You're getting paid. Wear the damn costume.
Yeah. Exactly. And like I to this day, like I still don't know why they changed it. The one in BVS was so iconic. It was so amazing. Yeah. And then they changed it. I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't. I was just
they overthought themselves. They overthought what they needed to do. It's like I have a wallet right here.
The only one that actually upgraded his costume, the other way I say this is because he's behind you, is Aquaman. In the Aquaman movie, when he finally got that suit, I was like, that looks good.
It's an upgrade,
it was very believable. The materials were great. It was better than what you saw in Justice League. It was better than what you saw. Well, really didn't see anything in BVS. It was just that lingering swimming footage that lasted way too long. He was like, what the hell is this? There's a camera, but I'm from the surface, so I know what cameras are all about. I got my trident right here. I'm gonna do something.
And then he hits it, and then he swims away. He takes off like he's scared, and it's kind of like, why would he be scared? He'd be like, no, screw this thing. I'm gonna destroy this, and he does, But where is it? I just had the damn picture too.
Yeah, like the pads on the different parts of the bat suit. I'm just like, why did you need that? Like, why? Like, it's just small padding.
And then the undersuit from the bat suit. That was so needed. It was so unnecessary.
Yeah,
the thing is, though, is that if you look at the tactical suit, the tactical suit
is cool.
I was like,
the tactical suit.
Like I spit all over my microphone.
No.
I like
tactical.
That's
not it.
Be careful, you're starting to sound like Jody's Corner.
I know.
No, don't go there.
Oh no. Well, I have it right
bad.
Here.
No.
We have that clip. And we need to play that clip.
When?
Jody's Corner when he's like pronouncing the people's name, the name. I was like, damn. No, sir.
Yeah. Anyway. Oh no.
It's been fun. Thank you, Eric.
He's got to hold the antenna.
He's got like HughesNet satellite. Okay, let me see. I think I got it right here. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I don't know how long this is gonna last. Why did I do it like this for? That was really dumb. Oh, there it is. Okay, so there's the picture right there.
Okay, the gray, the lighter gray, so much better. The little pads on his abdomen look ridiculous. Yeah. It looks like, what are you actually going to protect on that little space?
Yeah, it's like, right on the muscle.
Yeah.
And see, the cowl actually looks decent for the Justice League suit in this picture because, of course, this is when Zach's filming and, the suit was...
Oh, no.
But...
I'll take over. So the belt looks good.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. But in the...
Okay, so the bat emblem still looks. I love how big this thing is. It looks amazing,
but you can't see it as well. It's like hidden.
You can't see it because exactly. You can see it on the lighter gray, And again, that's just a fail on the costume design and also whoever greenlit it and said, yeah, that this is what we want. The eye,
changing the cowl was a big mistake.
Lines, if you see them on the sides of the eyes,
those thumbs up
look weird and make him look a little bit more feminine.
Yes.
Yeah, it was very unnecessary because they had already established themselves with this iconic gray suit, and the fact that they would change it in the very next big movie, it didn't make any sense. They should have stuck with the same costume because now we're familiar with that costume, and instead they go to this. And then I saw a breakdown of it when they were like, "Oh, well, Batman's updating his suit because now that he's taking on bigger enemies, he added more padding to defend himself." And I was like, "Well, he shouldn't have to do that
like
at all."
a centimeter thick of padding. Is that really, is that really going to help against the Doomsday character? Like,
I know that would have done it right there. But that's the thing. It's
I can stay in the Batmobile now. I feel safe.
I feel safe. It was just unnecessary, and I really wish they hadn't done that, but they did. Right. And it also means too that for Zack Snyder's Justice League, it's going to be in the movie. I mean, it was in it. Yeah. It's not like they shot the scenes in a different costume. And then
I thought he was so brave for going against the all black Batman suit. That they started back in Tim Burton. I was like, right on, good job, good for you, way to go. Oh, you're going back to the black Batman. So okay, well, everything I said, take it back. So.
Well, but the thing is, though, is that is it black in some of the scenes?
It looks
gray. Darker gray.
It looks very charcoal.
Yeah, but
it does look like the emblem is darker, and it does look like the cape is darker, but not by much. And that, to me, is a fail.
Yeah, it's a fail. It is without a doubt just an absolute fail, and it deserves this. While at the same time, the BVS suit that was a winner. It was a total winner. I loved that suit. Yeah. It was incredible. It was
the best or none.
Yeah. If it were, and the same thing with like Superman's. Okay, Superman's hair. I'm sorry to go that far, but I mean, Superman's hair in Man of Steel was way better than the slick down version in BVS and the slick down version in the Joss.
Yeah,
I thought the natural, with the wind hitting it and all that, I thought it made him look bigger. Yes. Because the tighter haircut that he was sporting just made him look his head look a little smaller. Not that he has a small head or anything, but I just thought that the natural wispiness of the hair in the natural environment or whatever, like when he was fighting in the IHOP or at the gas station or whatever in Smallville, I thought it looked awesome. But when he had his hair slicked back, I was like, why are you going back to the slick back hairstyle? Is that who said make Henry Cavill's hair slick? Who said make Ben Affleck's bat suit darker? I mean,
well, if you think about it, Superman kind of should wear hair gel because if you think about it, he's flying super fast. So when he lands, he's like,
how's my hair?
And then trash was flying. His hair was kind of waving or whatever, kind of showing you motion. Versus, the Christopher Reeve, Brandon Routh, now Henry Cavill slick back hair, you don't really get that sense of motion other than the cape. Right. So I like the hair being free flowing.
I agree.
There we
go. There you go.
I also liked how in Man of Steel, the S it's almost like it's like it has a fade to it and it looks kind of weathered.
Yes.
I don't know why they changed that suit too. The BVS suit doesn't look very good. I mean, that's not even the same coloring that they used in the movie. So you never really saw, in my opinion, you didn't see this true color that you see in the middle from BVS.
See, I think the lines that are right there on the abdomen or on the sides of the abdomen are way better in Man of Steel. than in the next two incarnations. Like in the last one on the right, the Justice League one, there's so much going on there in the
right.
and
it really is
really distracting. And all those lines in Shazam, were turned red. And then of course, his S shield, the red and the S shield was getting a little more saturated as they went on. I do like the muted colors. I think I don't have a problem, if the colors, are vibrant, then that's fine. The Wonder Woman 84 is more saturated. I'm fine with it, but I thought that it gave it a little bit more of a, they had it was chainmail, and it was more like a suit, a warrior suit. I never really understood why Jor-El and Kal-El's suit was blue or bluish when every other Kryptonian was black.
It was black.
They also had the High Council, which was gray or
And
bronze.
goldish.
It was
goldish bronze.
And that was the only
All
distinction.
tin.
It was, but I would have liked, if they're going to go into the lore of Krypton or whatever, I would have loved to have had some backstories or some sort of exposition or explanation or whatever as far as why these things are the way they are. And then again, same thing. Why did Kal-El in Man of Steel have a black suit? And then why again does Kal-El have a black suit for Zack Snyder's Justice League? What's the reason?
He's back.
There he is. He was like, I can't keep quiet. You guys are just. I disagree.
My thing with the Superman suit is.
I was an accident. Sorry.
Of course, the Man of Steel suit, which is a good, like you mentioned, that it's faded. It's faded and weathered, and BVS is more vibrant. I think what you can say there is that like maybe he went there and like maybe cleaned it. I guess cleaned it up and like shined it. Restored it to its original form.
Another thing that I don't like is the Kryptonian lettering that they added in BVS and kept in everything else, because no other Kryptonian had, even Jor-El did not have the Kryptonian writing on the shield, unless there's some sort of contextual information on that as far as like why they did that other than just aesthetics.
You're talking about right in the middle of the S?
I'm sorry?
Like right in the middle of the
Right
S.
in the middle of the S.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a nice design, but that type of thing should have been in Man of Steel. All of the Kryptonians, even Zod, should have had some sort of writing or whatever in their crest as well, just to sort of say, you know what, this is part of our culture. This is part of our heritage. This is why it is done, and it looks, and I can accept that, and that's awesome, because it started off in Man of Steel, and it was something that continued, and something that they used all throughout the series. Now, if it's something that he had specifically added to his suit or whatever, I mean, I don't see how he did it again. I don't see how he, because he doesn't have the ship anymore, right?
Yeah,
because the ship is, or had been crashed where it was from. What was it? Was it Man? It was Man of Steel. It crashed in Man of Steel, so he had no access to like update his suit from dying and then coming back. Or wait, no. In BVS, it was how many years was it after the
about 2 years?
2 years. Yeah, 2 years.
So in that time, how could he have gone to the ship and fashioned a new costume or whatever, or outfit, and started sporting that around?
Well, that was the thing too, is that I always wanted him to take that ship back and move it somewhere else, and then have that be his kind of fortress of solitude, because that's kind of what they were alluding to in the first one. But then Zod got a hold of it, and he flew it back to Metropolis, which, and then all help.
I think I agree. I think it was either Zod or and Nerdy, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was Zod, but it could have been Sil, was saying that I think it was Zod, saying that the Fortress of Solitude for Zack Snyder was a metaphoric Fortress of Solitude, in that it's in his mind. That's how he was able to talk to.
Yeah, and Zack Snyder said that too. Yeah.
I think so.
He did say that.
And he just sort of like, he does. It's not really a physical place to go. But I mean, I'm fine with that. But I also do like you said, I would love to see this sort of manifest itself. He puts it at the North Pole. Nobody can reach him. He finds out more about his culture through the ship's technology. He has access to the files that are Jor-El. He can, just like Marlon Brando, he can go back and listen to his father's teachings and the ways of Krypton and all that kind of stuff or whatever. But again, you have to remember that this is Zack Snyder's closed story. And in this closed story, he doesn't have all that extra.
Yeah.
So at the end of this, I don't know how they're going to end it. If they're going to leave it open-ended for further stories, or if they're going to close it off and then that's it and bookend it and there's nothing after that.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they handle that for sure.
And then let's see.
Yeah, I'd say well, I'd say the ideal wedding present from Bruce to Clark and Lois is Wayne Enterprises takes control of the scout ship and says, "Hey, we'll move it to let's say we'll move it to that part of the Arctic where you were before, and if you want to be there, and now it's yours."
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
I just thought when he came back to life in Justice League. At the end of the movie, he just should have taken the ship and just flew away. Like, all right, I'm taking this away from you guys. So, Doomsday can't be created again. You guys can't research it anymore. Like, this is going to your guys' heads. Because there's that scene, there was a deleted scene, obviously, where he gets the suit. And then when the doors open up and he walks out, it almost looked like there was ice on the ground or snow. I don't know. I was always wondering, I'm like, where is he? Is he just inside that little dome when he comes out in the suit? I mean,
I don't know. It's a good question.
That is a good question. It's a very good question. I have no idea where he is.
Actually,
he's in the ship.
Yeah. There's one more thing too. I meant to mention earlier. It's something I had noticed too. If you watch the history lesson, right? When Steppenwolf kills that lantern, there is a sound effect that the lantern makes. I can't even mimic it very well. It's gonna sound really dumb.
Like the Wilhelm
or a tauntaun.
Yeah. So like,
I thought they smelled bad.
You just butchered this whole story I got. This whole theory. Not that all bad on the outside, and then he puts him inside of it. It's so gross.
Like you're my friend.
Large intestine in your face. But so lantern,
here's your dinner.
As you lay there, just start chewing.
I hope you don't drown in his guts.
He's got a full bladder.
I don't know what he ate, kid.
Watch out for that piss sack.
I hope this doesn't attract a wampa. Because that would end our trip shortly.
He's got the lightsaber, though. He'll fight him off.
Han was the only non-Jedi to ever wield a lightsaber in the original trilogy. And he was like, I'm pretty proficient with this.
And when he has it, he almost looks drunk. He's like, oh. But yeah,
I think Harrison is perpetually drunk through the whole trilogy. He's like, I don't know why I'm doing this. I love Indiana Jones.
That's not a whip. That's why in The Force Awakens, it was so annoying that Finn picked it up and was like, he was just fighting away. I was just like, dude, how do you know how to use that? Like, come on, man.
And how the hell did the stormtroopers know?
Oh no! It's
Ryan. That face, though.
Look at the face. Well, let me see. I'm gonna try to capture this moment for all time.
Fuck he was.
There he is. You were stuck with this for a moment.
So
okay.
So what were you saying? What was your story?
No, so I know that's where it all started, right? Okay, so if you watch the history lesson, as Steppenwolf is like, killing the lantern, while the lantern is falling back after he gets hit, and then he gets stabbed, right? So as he gets hit, there's a sound effect that the lantern makes when he moves around, and it sounds kind of like, but like if you hear it, if you I know. So it makes.
Sorry, was that a motorboat?
That's a fart.
It makes a distinct sound, and then when you watch the trailer that had the scene with Alfred saying, "He said you'd come. Now let's hope you're not too late." Right when that scene starts, you hear the same sound effect. It's exactly the same. I swear to God. And when I saw that, I was like, dude, I wonder if that was the same because he's a lantern. He makes that's the noise that it makes as he's, I don't know. Like I said, if you guys watch that scene and then watch the history lesson scene and tell me if I'm wrong. I mean, you guys will not hesitate to tell me if I'm wrong or not, but you should see it because I think that I'm right this time.
I disagree.
That was a surprise I had for you.
Oh no, still as a woman.
Hey, they were very weird about that. Like when I told them that I was doing that, they were like, "Oh, I don't know if we should do that, man. I don't know." And I said, "Okay, you know what? I won't do it. I won't do it." And at the very end of the episode, I played it in front of them. I was like, "All right, I got one more thing to show you guys." They were like, "What?" And so that's why I said you inspired me because that was originally part of my opening intro was to show that it was a lot more too. Like I had one of those of like it had Chris Wong, Dave Pena, I had all those guys in it, and so I was like, well, I don't know if they're gonna want me to do this.
No offense to Dave, but I never want to see what he'd look like as a girl.
don't tempt me right now.
You have to do it when he's shirtless.
So originally, when I did the intro, it was going to start off with because I was going to say basically something that took the fandom by storm, and I was going to say, you know, it even got the best of us, and it would go into this. And then that was going to lead into, I guess, me.
I'm sorry, but you look the most approachable.
and then basically at the end of it, it was going to be like, hey, even the guys on the show aren't safe from this. This is the best one. I even gave him a background. I give him a brick wall background with that little light.
Yeah.
Like he's in like a shitty bar, you know.
He's like, see, I do go out.
I do go out.
Say like, I disagree.
So
you can change my mind.
So if Silk comes on and he ever says I disagree, I'm gonna play that video, so he'll never play it again. In fact, I was telling the guys, I originally was working on the Justice League or the Zack Snyder Justice League trailer, so that at the very end of the trailer, when it shows Darkseid, it said it was gonna show the picture of Sil with the music going dun 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 dun. So anyway.
The red eyes that
the red,
yeah, the Omega beams.
Okay, so real quick, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up because we're at the 2-hour mark. Eric is still trying to get on. I mean, I'll add you. Why not? You'll be gone in a couple seconds anyway. So even in the private chat, he says, "I'm here, guys." Okay, so wrapping this up. I like when he comes on, he just starts talking. He's like
I was saying.
You're like, oh, Eric's here. Eric, dude, I really want you to be on the show, and I want you to be like crystal clear, like the three of us are, like this, like this guy and this guy down here.
Yeah.
I know, like high five, yeah. So the last thing the last thing I'm going to say, hold on, Eric.
Well, just say.
Well, go ahead. He's behind me too. He's lagged.
Well, I'll just say, All right. Well, lagging.
I'll say this. I'm going to say this.
Aside, I'll
only
just
gonna
say
this one.
that the reception was a lot clearer to last time.
Good.
I guess so. That's like saying the shit I took last night is better than what I took today.
That's just.
I don't remember eating corn.
I know. Okay, so tomorrow night. Here, real quick. Don't subscribe to Zeverfet. And then Dawson, do you want to go ahead and give us a rundown for tomorrow?
Yes, tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 4 Nerds. We're having Matthew Miranda from Lightcast on the show. He's going to be helping us break down some things in recent news. He's going to help straighten things out as far as like false rumors and stuff. It's going to be a great show. It's going to be very, very fun. Very excited. And Ryan is the host for that tomorrow. Whoa. So, yeah. So you do.
It's going to be on Ryan's channel.
Yeah, you do need to subscribe to Zeverfed.
Yeah. This is kind of like Infinite Crisis, Crisis on Infinite Earths. You have to go to his channel to watch the next one. I like that. I like that.
Get lost.
Hey, and
we've been switching back and forth. Yeah.
Did you notice last night that Syl has been upgrading his gear? He has a mic. He has a background now. I was like, oh, Syl, look at you.
Yeah. I don't even have my shit up yet. I'm just like,
it's just like a blank wall. Where are your lights?
Hey, give me time. I might.
I didn't turn them on. It gets hot. It gets hot.
Yeah, but see, every time you come on, you gotta have those lights on because that says the whole Zeverfet color tone.
It does. It does.
I agree. He's like, I'm not gonna turn them on right now.
None of those
he has to get up and go set them up. Well, that's cool. I'm gonna tune in tomorrow. Definitely, I always do. And usually I'm at work too, so that's kind of a bad thing. But but I always at least tune in, just as much as I can. I add to the comments. I know Eric is always at every stream, and that's why we love him so much. And Eric, thank you for coming on. I know you had some technical difficulties, but I enjoyed every minute having you on here. And he's also behind on the his audio is so loud.
Where's the audio?
It was a pleasure to be on.
There it is.
There it is. Okay.
It's lagged.
Okay,
So whenever we say something, he hears it like a second later. So his video, the audio, and what he sees is all lagged in stages. It's pretty crazy. And next time that Syl comes on, I am going to use this as well.
Yeah.
Has confirmed. But no. So tomorrow night, you guys tune in. Hashtag 4Nerds on Zeverfet's channel.
And subscribe to this guy.
Yeah, subscribe to me. Hit that smash button. Smash the like button. And if you notice today, all of my banners were free of misspelling and wrong dates. Last time Ryan was like, they're all wrong. I was like,
more or less.
It was always something wrong with every banner you put up.
It still called me out. He's like, hey, also Nick, those he goes, Justice Con isn't on the 24th. Those are the dates of Comic-Con. Like, at that point, don't even tell me that. Just let it roll. God. All right.
Yeah, so Nickatina said to tune in today.
He said Justice Con's on the 24th. I took the 24th off. All right. So Dawson, you want to plug yourself, even though you kind of did already, but still.
Sure. Besides 4 Nerds, I also do Nerdy in Many Ways, hence the name of the channel right here. I actually posted a movie review right before the show. I did a review of Unbreakable starring Bruce Willis, so you go check that out. It was very fun. I do movie reviews also and video game reviews, all that good stuff, DC content. So if you guys haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to check it out. Got something there for everybody. So yeah.
And then Ryan, I guess you can go next.
Absolutely.
Yes. Even though you've told everyone always throughout the broadcast, do not subscribe. But I'm pleading that you do not listen to Nickatina, and please subscribe, especially since we have a show tomorrow night. Please tune in. I've got a lot of reviews. I've got a lot of reviews of Stargirl, DC content, Star Wars. Just anything for anyone who's a fan of pop culture. So check me out. Let me know what you think. I definitely would love to hear some feedback. So thanks a lot.
Yay! So it's
And then-
positive for me.
And then Eric, do you want to attempt to plug yourself? All right. It's falling apart.
Well, follow me on Twitter. Subscribe to my channel. I do have every information.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
Thank
you
you
guys,
very much. Thank you.
all right, you guys, thank you so much for coming on. And remember, remember Forward Nerds tomorrow at 7:30, and then I'll be back on not this Sunday, but the Sunday after. I think I might do one in between, just because that's a long time for you guys to be away from me. But then again, I might jump on somebody else's stream anyway. So
probably have some news drop before then. You got to.
Probably by tomorrow, the way it's going now. But once again, you guys, Dawson, Ryan, thank you so much for coming on here. I appreciate you guys doing this, and I had a lot of fun. I don't know if you guys did.
Oh yeah.
All right.
It's so freaking hard today.
Oh God. All right, and everybody else in the chat line and who's watching at home, thank you so much. Subscribe, smash the like button, and we'll see you next time.